Today is Holy Wednesday. This week, we've been looking at the greatest rescue story ever told as Jesus prepares for the ultimate sacrifice during what the church has called Holy Week. Sunday, Jesus entered Jerusalem on a donkey. Monday, he cleared the temple. On Tuesday, he spoke hard truths to those who rejected him. And today, on this Holy Wednesday, things go quiet. No sermons, no parables, no miracles. But don't mistake God's silence for inactivity, because in the background, something is happening. A plan is being set in motion, and it's not a good one. Let's read Matthew 26:14 through 16. Then one of the 12, the man called Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests and said, "What are you willing to give me if I hand him over to you?" So they weighed out 30 pieces of silver for him, and from that time he started looking for a good opportunity to betray him. You know, it's hard to wrap our minds around this. One of Jesus's closest followers, one of the 12 disciples, starts planning his betrayal. And what's even harder, it happens during the quiet moments when things seemed calm, when nobody else was watching. And yet Jesus wasn't caught off guard. He knew something was coming, and he knew exactly what was coming. He knew what Judas was planning. And yet, he stayed. Why? Because the rescue was never about avoiding betrayal. It was about overcoming it. Jesus knew the cross was coming. He knew the suffering was close, and he willingly walked into it for us. I don't know about you, but this part of Holy Week speaks to something I feel deep in my bones. Sometimes the silence is hard. Sometimes when God isn't speaking loudly, we assume he's not working. Sometimes when we feel like nothing is happening, it's actually when God is doing the biggest work in the background. Maybe right now you're in a season of silence. You're praying, but you're not hearing much. You're fasting, but you're not feeling much. Let this quiet Wednesday remind you, just because God is silent doesn't mean he's distant. Just because you can't see the rescue yet doesn't mean it's not coming. Even in the silence, Jesus was preparing to save. So here's the question to ask today. What is God doing in the quiet that I've been tempted to overlook? Maybe he's building trust. Maybe he's revealing where your security really lies. Maybe he's asking you to wait and believe that the cross is still coming, and so is the resurrection. We invite you tonight to join us for our Holy Wednesday service at Matthew's Table. If you're joining us in person, it starts at 6 p.m. Childcare is available for ages birth through 5 years old. We'll also be on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. But in the meantime, don't rush through the quiet. Sit in it. Walk with him and trust that the rescue is still on the way.